December 23rd at 1 p.m. on Zoom teleconference meeting. This meeting is run on remote control on the orders of Governor Baker Thursday, March 12, 2020, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. I hereby call the meeting to order. Roll call. Commissioner Collins.
Present.
Commissioner Shea.
Present.
And Commissioner O'Brien is present. I wait a motion for the minutes of the open session meeting of December 16, 2020.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we accept the minutes of the open meeting on December 16, 2020.
Second.
There's a motion made, seconded to approve the open session meeting of December 16, 2020 for approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? It is a vote. Thank you. The minutes transcript of the Commissioner Walpole public hearing of November 19, 2020 for approval.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we approve the transcript of the public hearing held by the Norfolk County Commissioners for a matter of solar energy at the agricultural school. This public hearing was held on November 19, 2020. And this shall then, after this vote, be the official record of the public hearing.
Second.
There's a motion made, seconded to approve the transcript of the Commissioner's Walpole public hearing concerning the solar energy at the Aggie School in Walpole for approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? It is a vote. Thank you. Are there any public comment? Hearing no public comment, we'll move into facilities, maintenance, capital improvement report and coronavirus update. Superintendent of Buildings, John McGowan.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, and Merry Christmas to all.
Good
Thank
afternoon.
you, John.
To you.
I don't have much on the capital improvement part, but I'm happy to report that all the courtrooms are completed with the plexiglass installation. We finished Superior Saturday, and we're working on the cubicles now in the criminal section and the civil section in Superior, but I believe we finished most of them. There's just a few courthouses left that need cubicle protection. Other than that, I think we've completed mostly everything in the county. The people that wanted it done, we have finished mostly all of it, which is a good thing. And that's about it. I've been just dealing with this recent snowstorm, and that worked out pretty good. All the contractors did a great job, and we had the town remove the snow out in front of Superior and High Street, and it worked out good. And hopefully they do it every storm. That'll be good. But that's about it for me, and I don't have much unless you have any questions.
Commissioner Collins, any comments for John McGowan?
Yeah, I'd just like to say a couple of words. So, John, we miss your holiday party. That's always a good time. And I just wanted to send along best wishes from the commissioners to you and your entire staff for all the incredibly hard work you've been doing over this past year. It's been a long time since Governor Baker issued that order on March 12th. It's been a real long time, and you guys have worked really hard. So I want to thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Peter.
Commissioner Shea?
I have one quick one. John, I was going through the parking lot at Quincy District Court. It could have been Sunday. It may have been Monday. What day did it snow? It snowed last week, right? Thursday.
Yeah.
They were cleaning up, so it was over the weekend. They were removing some snow, and they were doing a good job. But I noticed it was much darker than usual. And I usually come in from the rear, from Washington Street side. Now, I don't know whether the lights were off because they were off, because it was definitely Saturday or Sunday, because there was nobody there but our trucks. And I
Yeah.
wondered if, I thought they came on automatically, because other nights I went through there and it would be fairly well lit. I just wanted someone to check it, because it was dark. And
Yeah.
and the truck was in there working. There was one shovel, and he was loading the truck, and the guy was hauling it out.
Yeah, there's a timer on those, Commissioner, right?
Okay.
I'll have it checked out.
Yeah,
And,
because the poor guy was working in the dark, and it was noticeable. Whereas when I usually go in there and it's dark and I can see everything. The second question is, where do you dump that snow?
Well,
Just
that's,
as a, who
I was
takes
gonna
that
ask
snow?
you, I was gonna talk to you about that, well, I didn't know if I should bring it up now or not, but I wanted to find out if we could dump it with the town of, the city of Quincy. We did it 1 year, but in order to do it now, I mean, they take it back and dump it wherever he can. I think he dumps it in Bridgewater somewhere. And it's more time consuming that way than it would be to let the city let us dump in there. But
I'll have an answer today. I'll call Superintendent Prendergast. Prenterville. I'm sure the mayor, he always says whatever we need. I think it goes to the shipyard. That was my question. That's
Oh, that'd
crazy
be
to go to
great.
Bridgewater. That's a lot of,
oh,
I mean,
it's time
time is
consuming
money.
and more money.
I
And,
understand. And the mayor, let me find out for sure, but I think we're still in very good shape there.
But see, we have no place to put the snow there
I know.
and get it out of there.
Well,
In
Mr.
order to
Quirk,
have room for the next storm, hopefully we don't get any more. Last year was great, and we gave a lot of money back from that item. But I think we're gonna have a bad year this year. I hope we don't, but I got a feeling we're gonna. But that'd be
Well-
great if we could dump there. That'd be great, Commissioner.
I'll try to get an answer today, but I think I know what the answer is, but it worked out fine last year. And then Nick City Dan Quirk is happy. Well, not happy, but I guess he's happy. He takes it down at the shipyard and it dissipates down there. So that's a good thing.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I'll
Appreciate it.
I'll get it done today. I'll call you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John McGowan. I naturally second Peter's comments on your staff doing a great job and having a great Christmas. And I think you know that for 18 years I've been doing that to you. And you know what I think about your department. You know what I think about you and John Fignoni. You're the top shelf and you're nuts and bolts of this organization. So again, thank you and have a great Christmas and a happy New Year.
Thank you very much for the comments, Commissioner. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Appointments. We had an appointment with Leonardo Capapini, but I've been told by the director that is put off until the next meeting. Is that right, Director Mullen?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chairman. Yes.
Okay.
You'll be here on the 30th, right at the beginning of the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All business,
None.
personal matters for consideration. Chair will wait a motion.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we take care of two personnel matters. Both, I believe, at the agricultural school, an appointment of a cafeteria worker, that's a 10-month position, and a change of address for one of our employees, a change of name, I'm sorry, of one of our employees, also effective 12/15/20, and the new cafeteria worker is coming to work on 1/4/21.
I think it reads a little different from that, Joe. It reads that she was a full-time cafeteria worker and now she's going to be a full-time special ed instructional aide.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. This is obviously one of our success stories, to go from a cafeteria worker to a special education aide. I'm sorry. That also is a 10-month position. So I'll make a motion. We approve both appointments at the agricultural school. Thank you.
Okay, second.
There's a motion made and seconded to approve the blue papers as recommended by Superintendent Quinn for the two positions at the Aggie, one position at the Aggie School, and the change of name. As indicated by Commissioner Shea. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? There's a vote. The payroll and express warrants for approval for December 23rd, 2020.
Yes, Chairman, we do have for your consideration the county weekly payroll, which is 21-25, in the amount of $138,000, $789.44. And then we have a county expense warrant, which is 12/4/21, in the amount of $6,187.51.
I'll make the motion to approve those
I'll
numbers.
second it, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there's a motion made and seconded to approve the payroll and express warrants as presented by Director Mullen for December 23rd, 2020. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? It is a vote. Bid openings, we have none. Contract awards, we have none. Draft of the Norfolk County COVID-19 protocols. This is the first reading for review by the commissioners. Any comments by you, Director Mullen?
Yes, and just 1 minute, I just want to share my screen real quick, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
So, as everyone has, and we sent the draft protocols out to our departments yesterday afternoon. Over the last few weeks, we spent some time, and I want to thank Michelle Labadini. In terms of all the work and efforts that she has put into this document. And the protocols and the thought here. And the thought and the time that went into it. We as unfortunately, we have not been immune from COVID, and unfortunately, our employees haven't been either. And as part of that, we've been operating based on protocols that the commission has approved on June 10th of this year. However, based on what we're dealing with, based on the fact that we do have, unfortunately, on a regular basis, we have employees who have unfortunately tested positive. We have employees who have been exposed. We have employees who are direct contacts of other individuals who have tested positive, and we have employees, who have exhibited symptoms, that are in line with the symptoms of COVID. So what we, what Michelle, and what we're trying to do, as the countywide is set the expectations, in terms of what all the expectations are for the county, in terms of our cleaning protocols, what the county's expectations are, for, in terms of employees, and how we work with employees to handle and deal with and reflect, all the situations here that we're dealing with now, on a regular basis. And you have, and you when you have, like 11 pages of protocols, like in a draft form, we want feedback from the commissioners. And we want feedback from our departments. And we want, feedback from our employees. Well, we do, based on the things that are in here, like in the proposals, like in the protocols that are included, we do expect to, have to impact binding some of these, with our unions, and we look forward to that. And at the end of the day, I mean, I think, and we're hoping, and and we're asking for partnership and cooperation, from our, employees and departments, and so across the county, we, have protocols, and policies that inform, everyone exactly how we deal with this. So, with that, if you have any questions, this is a first reading. And I envision that we'll be working, on these and making adjustments over the coming week.
Okay, thank you. Any comments, Commissioner Collins?
I'm all set for now.
Okay, Commissioner Shea?
Well, without reading every word of it, but I will by next week. At first brush, this is very extensive. Whatever we adopt, I hope we're all hitting from the same side of the plate, so to speak. I know it's all new to us, but I'd like to have this in place probably by the second week in January. So we can step off and promulgate these rules so everyone knows and there's less and less questions. But off the top of my head, I'd like to ask Director Mullen, this isn't, have you discussed this with the union, or do we intend to discuss it with the union? I don't know that it's a bargainable issue, but it's important. It's, we want to communicate everyone. My exposure to the union is a positive thing on this. And, I don't want anyone to say, well, we weren't informed, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, no, I reached out, and I do anticipate that the union will want to bargain a few of the issues in here. And we reached out to them actually last night to be able to do that. And to give them an opportunity to have that process and work with us.
Okay.
That process, and I believe we're going to try to I'll actually set something up with the union in the next week and a half or so after the holiday.
All right, and I know it's the holidays, but I don't want to drag it out. And I hope. Did you send one? Did you send one to Commissioner-elect Stady? I see him here on the call, as he has been.
Yes, he has it as well. Yes, and all of our departments have it as well.
Okay, I don't have any other questions, Mr. Chairman. We're going to act
All
on
right,
it at a later
thank you.
date.
That's a good idea, Director Mullen, and making sure that we have one document for all employees of Norfolk County. That's a fantastic job, and thank you for reaching out to the unions to make sure everybody is involved. Thank you
Mr. Chairman,
very much.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
if I may, through you, a couple of
Yes.
quick questions. Good document. It's a good start. I wanted to know also a couple of things. I'm following up on Commissioner Shea's comments, same page. I think the union will be critical on this. I do see some red flags.
who was talking?
Oh, this is Commissioner-elect Stady. I'm sorry.
Okay, you always state your name.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm thinking you could see my screen. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right, this is Commissioner Stady-elect. A couple of quick comments. First, good job. I wanted to, if you want to share with us at some point, not now, but I'm sure some of this information came from other municipalities, which would be a good thing, a good starting point. I do see a couple of red flags on the union that I think may behoove itself for, when you say they must wear it, okay, what's the consequence if they don't? And of course, sick time, things like that jump out at me. So those are things I think we're on the same page. The sooner the better, Mike. You want to get that to the unions and get this in place as soon as possible. As Commissioner Shea, I'm sure as Collins will agree, we want to get this done But good start and good job on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, no, I agree with that.
Thank you, Commissioner Stady.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Now we have the report of the Veterans Service Advocate, please. Dale,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
you're welcome.
So I've been working with the VSO in Canton, actually filled in as the interim VSO for about 2.5 months. I spent about 60 to 80% of my normal day working Canton in October and early November, as well as September. We found a few opportunities, shall we say. So yesterday I had a meeting with the town administrator, the town finance director, the new VSO, and myself. We went over some of the issues we found where in the past, different processes or procedures were set up that are not viable. And they're not viable economically for an account that the town has, a revolving account. But in addition, they skirted the 108 CMR and the Chapter 115 document itself. We've put an end to those processes and procedures and have 100% buy-in from the town to do that. So we're moving along pretty well. I'm spending about an hour to an hour and a half a day now with Canton and or Abington. It happened that the two top candidates for the position in Canton both ended up with positions, one in Abington, one in Canton. And they're both doing very well, but this is a tough time because one of the things we're doing right now is we have to recertify every candidate or every client that we have for Chapter 115 benefits. And if you have not done it before, it can be daunting. So I'm spending time working them through that. DVS is doing a lot of Zoom training since we did not have our annual training this year in October as we normally would. Trainings included Gulf War syndrome, claim processing, shine training, asbestos claims. And through some of the work I do as a VSO, I've been working with the West Point Alumni Association on suicide prevention. And I am a member of a very small task force to support our worldwide alumni group to do an education program on suicide prevention, because all of our graduates are in fact veterans. So that's a great carryover from the one job to the other.
Sure is.
We had a Veterans Day video program in Franklin and Avon. They both went very well. Participated in coordinating an honor flight donation, recognizing a 98-year-old World War II veteran who was an honor flight participant. We still do our coffee socials virtually once a week or once a month. And I did have an appellant hearing in early December. It's only the second case I've had. This is a case where the client actually lived in Plainville, so she was not my client. It was discovered that she actually maintained a residence in Franklin while she maintained a residence in Plainville. So that would nullify her eligibility for Chapter 115. Plainville paid her over $26,000, which they now want back. She applied for benefits in Franklin, which I rejected. And we went to a hearing. I'm still awaiting disposition of the case. So that's a tough thing to go through. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you and the commissioners and the former county director prior to prior to Michael, but I appreciate what Michael does well for support to create this opportunity. I think this past few months has really shown what this position can do. I helped the Norfolk County or the Norfolk town of Norfolk VSO quite a bit. I'm a resource to a lot of the VSOs in the area simply because I've had the opportunity to do this for a while. But without this being a county position, I don't know if that would happen as much. So I think it's a great opportunity for us to show that the county can and do things, across borders, where sometimes the towns get very parochial and don't like to have someone else step in. So again, thank you for the opportunity to do this. And I wish everyone on the call a very happy holiday and Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dale. Any comments, Commissioner Collins?
Nice job, Dale.
Thank you, Peter.
Commissioner Shea?
Nope, I'm all set. Merry Christmas, Dale.
Thank you, Joe. Same to you.
I'd just like to make a comment, Dale, and there's not too many of our veterans left. And as a Korean War veteran, I want to thank you for taking care of our veterans, taking care of our seniors, and doing all that you do for Norfolk County. As a veterans advocate, you have done an outstanding job, and you have brought a lot of recognition to Norfolk County through your hard work and your efforts. And I see that with going to Canton and Abington, and I know you went to the town of Dedham when we had a new one, and we appreciate your efforts, your hard work, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas also, and a happy and healthy New Year. Thank you for all the work you do, Dale.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, this is Richard Stady. Could I comment quickly?
You certainly can, Commissioner.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. I'm just going to again echo many of the sentiments others said, but I heard nothing but praise for Dale in Canton. It was kind of fortuitous, serendipity, or coincidental that you were there. And at the time I was going through my final stages of the election, and I've been a proponent for more regionalization of the county. As you know, this was a great experience for people in my own town to see what the county can do for them. And it came at a critical time when we needed someone there to help out our veterans. So Dale, you did a great job. I know we have someone in place. I hear good things about this person, but I know you're helping out. And I just wanted to thank you on behalf of the town fathers in Canton and other people and all the veterans, of course, and wish you well. So great job, a really good thing, and happy holidays to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. And we do have an excellent VSO now in place in Canton. But the one thing he said was, no matter how much you think you know about this job, until you're in it, you don't have a clue.
Right.
And
right.
that's almost a direct quote from what he said. It's
go.
different.
He'll be fine, but he's gonna need some help, and you're doing a great job. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner. The next is the report of the Wollaston Recreation Facility. Carl Miner on.
Yes, sir. Hello, Commissioner.
It's all yours, Carl. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. We closed December 10th. We had a pretty decent year. After we closed, we aerated the greens and top dressed to put the golf course to bed in a nice fashion. Now our men are working on the machinery and getting things ready for next year. And I'll hand you over to Dana to talk about how our season went financially.
Thanks, Carl. Good afternoon, everyone. Commissioner Stady, welcome aboard. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Overall, the revenue was. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead.
No, I said welcome, Dana.
Thank you, sir. Pretty pleased with the revenue overall. We had $725,000 over that, about $40,000 up from last year, and that is including some hits in outing business, which is like weddings to the golf industry. We lost, you lose merchandise sales, cart rental fees, surcharges, and things like that. So you're talking 16,000 there that we lost, and we still, got up. We also, we were not a greed machine. We did everything the state asked us to with, 12-minute intervals, 15-minute intervals, and we kept it at 10 minutes instead of 9 for better social distancing and improving in our pace of play. And with all that, play was still up. November was a godsend. November, our rounds were up 133%, obviously due to weather. Just a great, great crew here. The staff did an amazing job, and I couldn't be more proud of them from top to bottom. Carl, thank you. And again, like I said in the last meeting, Mr. McGowan, for that little machine there to disinfect the carts and keep everybody safe. You know, it was an emotional year, but I think we're overall did very well.
Thank you very much, Dana. Commissioner Collins, any comments?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So Carl and Dana, fabulous year. Well done. I mean, it's incredible to say that you were up 40 grand from last year with the year that we went through. So congratulations and thank you for your great work and Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Chris. Thank you.
Commissioner Shea?
Oh, I agree. It was Herculean work to get into the black here with the way we started in March and April. Not only the weather, but the COVID, of course. And I remember meeting on a Saturday over there with everyone and Director Mullen and, you know, promulgating some rules and not being sure what we were doing because it was so new, but everyone deserves great praise for what they've done. But while I have you, gentlemen, I think this is a question for Carl, but are we going forward on our other construction work that we had bid out and we did that tour 8 or 10 weeks ago, Carl? Is that going
Right.
forward?
I haven't heard anything new about the bid for the stairs.
Okay.
So I'll put that
All right.
back
Well,
to
I'll talk to Michael and Nancy about it. I just was curious because you know, depending on what kind of weather we have, we want to be able to hit the ground running in the spring because
right.
we have other issues, and we have a later issue on the agenda today. Are you going to stay on the line for that?
I can, yes.
A discussion, you might as well. I think we can resolve something today. I know it's a matter for number 19 on the agenda. So if you could, I'd appreciate it. Other than that, happy holidays.
Will do. I'll be there.
Full disclosure, that's the fiscal year. the numbers given to you. That's the fiscal year in full disclosure.
That's true.
We are very fortunate to have two pros down in Wollaston. The real pro and the other pro is Carl Miner. I am, as a former golfer and a member of 3 or 4 golf clubs, I want to extend to both of you. It's incredible that with the year we had to have over 22,000 rounds of golf. That is almost an impossibility. And to bring in over $725,000, that's an amazing task. And I also will mention what you did, Dale, in bringing John McGowan and his crew and doing all, helping one to another by cleaning the carts and everything. But you guys are doing a great job. The Wollaston Golf Course runs by itself, and you do an excellent job, and I can't say enough for the both of you. And Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And a happy
Thank you, Commissioner.
New Year to you and the staff.
And you as well.
Next on the agenda, we have Mike Ballum. You have a report on the registry revenues.
Yes, I will, Mr. Chairman. You have actually in front of you on the screen, and also in your packet, an update on the November, on the November registry revenues. That's a tongue twister. I'm sorry. And you'll see that the month of November was a very, very good, another good month at the registry. In terms of our initial projections, on the recording fees, things are very busy there. And it looks like people are continuing to refinance, and the volume there is still going strong. And we were about $120,000 over projection just in the month of November in terms of the recording fee revenues. And then on the deeds excise, we were about like 100. I'm doing quick math, but about like 100, like an 80 or so thousand. Uh, no, yeah, about 180,000 or so over projections. In terms of the 100% of deeds excise as well. Like it all told in the recording fees for the first 5 months of the fiscal year, like we are $557,000 over projection, and on the deeds excise, the 100% like is $824,000 over projection. So that all turns out like in the aggregate to about $1.3-ish million. It's a very good year in the registry. It's hard to, like at this point, I mean, obviously at this point, we are thinking, like in planning for the FY22 budget. Like I will say, I mean, it's, like it's very difficult, and that's why we're working with the Abraham group right now as well. Like it's difficult to assess whether or not, this is part of a trend. Like, or this year is just really a one-off year based, on like on all the other, issues we're dealing with this year. But I mean, it does mean that we, like in terms of our revenue position and year to date, like we are doing, we are doing very good this year, Mr. Chairman. So.
Thank you very much, Director Mullen. Do you want to make your report also?
Yes, I just have two quick things. I want to like follow up on a question of Commissioner Shea that he asked about the golf course. In terms of the stairs on, I believe, hole number 10 and 14. We have engaged a civil engineering firm, like in a structural engineering firm for that work. And they, and they are in the process and like in the middle of doing that work, so we can put the project out to bid. And I will follow up and check in with the timing of that. Like as you mentioned, that is something we want to get out to bid very soon. Like in order to have everything done by the beginning of spring.
Thank you, Dr. Mullen.
Yes, and I just have one other thing, Mr. Chairman. Just in terms of the general public and as, like as a public notice, we did post yesterday, like an agenda, like on our website, like and at our office. And it's at the Aggie. Like on the Aggie website as well. But there will be a joint meeting next Tuesday, the 29th, at 12 noon, which is a public and open meeting. And there is expected to be an update on the proposed solar project during that meeting. And I just wanted to get that out to the public. Like if any members of the general public are on, again, we have notified folks. In addition to the open meeting law requirements as well.
Okay, thank you. Executive session, Commissioner Stady, you are invited to stay for executive session.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Wait a motion.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Yep.
Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A6, Purpose 6, to consider the lease of real property, specifically property on the premise of the Wallaston Recreation Facility, President's Golf Course, located at 357 West Quantum Street, Quincy, Mass. In that the chair has declared that an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the negotiation position of the public body, that we go into executive session, and that we will return for purposes of adjournment only.
If I may say something, we have Scott on the line, and Dick, I'd love to have you on this executive session, but I'm not sure if we can do that. So Scott, can we have Commissioner-elect Stady on in this executive session?
I mean, it runs the risk of a breach of the attorney-client privilege, but as the clients, the commissioners could vote to do that.
I think I am grateful for Commissioner O'Brien's invitation. I thought somehow he had talked to Scott and perhaps he did not. I think I don't want to jeopardize any kind of legal problem that could carry over other areas. So let me excuse myself. I've got some sauce cooking on the stove. I've got to attend to for tomorrow anyway. And Joe, you know about that maybe. So I'm going to go stir the sauce, but I'll come back in a little bit. If you're back on, I'll be glad to close out with you. How's that? All right.
Do you have my address to deliver the cookies?
Absolutely. Come on by. You got to be outside though. We have to do it safely. Take care. Good job. I'll get off the meeting. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Dick. I'll second Joe's motion.
Good.
Okay, you're on the motion. Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
and Commissioner O'Brien says yes. We are now in executive session. Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Brien, yes. We are now out of executive session. We are in open session. The chair will await a motion for adjournment.
May I be recognized before you entertain that motion, Chairman?
Who's talking?
Scott Lopez.
Yeah,
Just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas.
and one
a Happy
gift
New Year.
best to you and healthy and happy New Year, Scott.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is the motion made and seconded for adjournment?
I'll make a motion. We adjourn, Mr. Chairman, and Merry Christmas. We do have 2 quick meetings next week, and we'll talk about next week.
Second, Merry
Okay.
Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, same to both of you, and it's been a great pleasure for me to serve all these years with you guys, and I'm gonna miss you, but have a great Christmas and a healthy one. Motion made and secondly adjourned. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? It is a vote. Thank you and God bless.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Fran.
See you Tuesday.